everybody. Happy almost Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to Taste of Shabbat, where we give you a little amuse-bouche for your Shabbat celebration coming up. I hope you all had a wonderful week. We're going to begin with a classic children's song. Hi, Rabbi Eshel.
What is amuse-bouche?
Amuse-bouche means like a little taste. It's like a little appetizer.
I like that.
I thought it'd be fancy.
What language is that in?
French.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Go back to doing your thing. I just was like, what's the amuse-bouche? I don't know. What's the amuse-bouche with you? Okay.
We're going to begin with a little children's song, but my son is now in the Man ECC at Wilshire Boulevard Temple and has not stopped singing this song, and so it's just stuck in my head on repeat. Bim, bam, bim, 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 bam, bim, 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 bam, bim, bam, bim, 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 bam, bim, 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 bam. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Bim, bam, bim, 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 bam, bim, 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 bam, bim, bam, bim, 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 bam, bim, 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 bam. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom.
Yeah, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. This is so fabulous and fantastic. So he loves that song, huh?
He loves it. He
Does
does
he
the
do
little
his-
high part. He can't say bim, but he goes like bi, ba, bi, bi, and he does the high part, and it's like totally on pitch. Shabbat, Shabbat.
Oh!
I know. I didn't think I'd get a singer, but maybe I did. Who knows?
How exciting.
But it's literally on repeat, like all
I
day
love
long.
it. I love it.
Every day is Shabbat. Every day is Shabbat. Ugh.
In the world to come, this
In the world to
is what we're working towards, right?
That is true. That is
Yeah,
true.
man, Mashiach. Maybe it's little Joey. I don't know. He's telling everybody. I mean, I'm just saying.
He's just getting everybody ready.
It's okay.
He's just getting everybody ready. Okay, and now we're all going to get ready together as we light our Shabbat candles. And I already told Rabbi Eshel before we started, I do not like matches, so pray for me. Okay. Oh no.
Oh.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I at least lit it. Yes. It's a Shabbat miracle. We're going to bring in that light 3 times. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom,
To
everyone.
enjoy your Friday night dinner, we join together in a little kiddush, sanctifying this holy time together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kirishanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'ase v'reishit ki hu yom techila lemikra'e kodesh zeichel yitziat mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta ve'otanu ki ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו ברוך אתה אדוני מקדיש השבת לחיים. לחיים, everyone.
Yeah, l'chaim.
L'chaim, l'chaim, to life.
Delish.
Okay, we're going to continue to welcome in Shabbat by welcoming in that Sabbath bride with the words of Lecha Dodi. We're going to join together in verses 1, and I think for the taste of Shabbat, just 9. You'll get the rest of it tonight for services.
Fabulous. Inspired choice.
Welcome in Shabbat with open hearts and an open mind and an open soul. Boi v'shalom ateret ba'ala gam besimcha u'betzola toch emuneh segula boi chala yai lai lai ya la 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 lai lecha dodi ya la 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 lai likrat kala ya la 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 lai pnei Shabbat
Beautiful. Fabulous. Cantor Peicott, are you a fan of the Marvel movies at all?
Yeah.
Are you a fan of them? Yeah,
like
you know,
those.
so
We see them all.
We do too in my house. My son and I, we over like last year during the quarantine and pandemic-y stuff, we went through all the movies right together and watch them in the chronological order, not release date, but chronological order. But one of our favorite things to do with those is to like watch the movies and then watch the breakdowns online and look for all the hidden. They're called Easter eggs, right? To look for all the hidden Easter eggs and things. We love to look at those things and then connect them and talk about them. And I was realizing, I was thinking about this week's portion, right? Vayetze. And there's a really beautiful story that is often told on Yom Kippur or Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, like during the high holy days. Do you remember that story? The if not higher. Do you remember that one? There are many different versions of it where the student of one of the rabbis is there like, oh, where does the rabbi always like he disappears, right? And one of the students is like, oh, I'm gonna find out, like I'm gonna follow him, right? And then that's the story, right, where he goes and hides under the rabbi's bed, and then he sees the rabbi gets up in the morning and goes out into the wood dressed as like a wood chopper, and goes to these some of the homes who are less fortunate, and then cuts the wood and brings it in and puts the fire and all that. So you remember that story? Yeah, and they come back, and then still people are talking about, oh, we think he goes up to heaven. That's where the rabbi goes up there. And the student's like, well, if not higher. And I realized in this week's portion is there's a hidden Easter egg. There's a hidden matzo ball. Let's say there's a hidden matzo ball.
There's a hidden kreplach.
A hidden kreplach. Yes. Or yes, there's a hidden kreplach. In that story for this week's Torah portion, right? Because this week we do the story of Jacob's ladder, and it's a fascinating little turn of events in that story, right? I know that we both have the opportunity to teach a lot of our young students at the temple, and I was talking to them about this, and they're like, well, what do you notice here that's kind of interesting? Like in the story, first it says like there's these angels, right? And it says these angels are going up and down a ladder, right? So first there's a ladder, and then it says that the angels are going up the ladder and down the ladder. But when we talk about like what are our images of angels, when we think of motifs of angels, we think, okay, angels, they have wings. Like we've seen the art, like angels have wings, right? So the question comes up, all right, if they have wings, Cantor, Peicott, why do they need a ladder? Can't they be flying? One. And two, if they're like we're saying angelic, right, and we attribute them to heaven, why are they starting up and coming down, not coming in instead of it says that they're starting on the ground and going up and then down. But otherwise, it should say that they're coming down and then going back up. Okay? So what does that say of our idea of angels? What does that even mean? And we equated it when I was talking with these kids. It's like, well, you know how we talk about being created in the image of God, right? And the way that we realize that potential is through our actions. Well, that perhaps it's the same thing with what it means to be an angel. Right? That really, angels aren't something, right? But they're surrounding us all the time, right? They're around us all the time. Who's around us is humans, and that's really us. And we are the angels, just like in the story, right? Maybe even higher. It goes, it's through our actions. It's the same way that it lifts us up, our actions lift us up in our image of God. It's the same way with what it means to be angelic, right? Bringing that good and that warmth and that light and that love into the world. So as we move into Shabbat, my Shabbat blessing for all of us is twofold. One, realizing and appreciating the angels that surround us every day, and at the same time, look for that potential within ourselves to bring that angelic light and love into the world. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Beautiful, Yasher Koach. And as we think about that holiness that's inside of everyone and inside of us, we're going to take a moment to really get in touch with that holiness inside of us with the chanting of the Shema. So we'll cover our eyes, still our bodies, and just embrace that oneness that we each have. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto
Beautiful. All right, everybody. Well, with that, Cantor, Peicott, and I would like to wish you all a Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. We're going to end with a little Osei Shalom to pray for peace, because we each have that ability to be that angelic presence that starts on earth and elevates higher. Osei Shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, amen. Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu 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 ve'al kol Yisrael.
Yeah, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Shabbat Shalom.